My first case is, it's a ERCP case, and then I have an MR that follows, and this is the relevant image. Any thoughts?
That's it.
Choledochocele?
Good, good. So there's a dilatation of the distal CBD right here. And so there's a really beautiful MR correlate right there.
Oh, beautiful.
So a choledochocele is, there it is, there it is. So it's, then, okay, which type is this?
Yes, my
Which
fellow
one?
got it 3.
3, okay, perfect. So there's 6 types. Corolles is type 5, and then this one is type 3. So the intraduodenal portion of the CBD is dilated. I think in all cases is resected. I mean, I guess you can't really resect it in type 5 or 4, but I think if it's type 1, type 2, or type 3, you resect it. And then you do a hepatico J so that you reestablish the biliary drainage. What do they do for Corolles? I guess, I'm not sure actually what they do for Corolles.
Yeah, Corolles is like a whole different thing because they end up getting like fibrosis and infections and stuff. And so the treatment is transplant if they can.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's considered like a whole other thing, like a diffuse liver disease.
Mm-hmm.
Type 4 is pretty rare, but all of these you basically do risk reduction surgery because you don't want the dysplasia to go on to form cholangiocarcinoma. So type 4, they might just resect the extrahepatic one. Mm-hmm. And then type 3, actually I had a recent one that looked just like yours, and we thought it was a type 3, but there's actually an overlap with duodenal duplication cysts in the wall of the duodenum.
Oh, wow.
So that's a little tricky, but generally they might do either a Whipple or a like transampullary resection.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yep.
Wow.
Type 2, they could just resect, and then type 1, they do a risk reduction where they remove the fusiform part of the common bile duct, but not extending down into the pancreatic head.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. How do you differentiate between a duplication enteric cyst versus how did you guys do it? The type 3?
We didn't. We said it was a choledochocele, and then the path came back duplication cyst, and the patient was like, why did I have a duplication cyst resected? On the internet, it says it doesn't have to be resected. And so then we asked our pathologist.
Yeah.
And turns out duplication cyst has muscle over the wall, whereas a choledochocele is actually a true bulging of the bile duct wall. But they both might be lined by biliary epithelium. And they might both connect with the common bile duct. So actually we gave Eovist, and it connected with the common bile duct, and so we're like, oh, cool, like it's a choledochocele, but a duplication cyst can do the same thing. So pathologically, the difference is that it has muscle over it. But we, even looking in retrospect at our case, we couldn't tell there was muscle over it.
I see.
Yeah. So maybe if you had a really good endoscopist, they could look with EUS and see that there's a muscular layer between them. Oh,
that'd be impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you're going to try to evaluate that visually.
Yeah, I mean, they can do it. Like they always, for example, like when they look at GIST tumors, they can tell that it's coming from the submucosal layer, not the muscular.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because you're doing ultrasound, not just like endoscopic evaluation. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.